Hello, this is Cooking Gaming, and welcome back to Steins. We last left off, we managed to get an IBN 5100, and we had to struggle and carry it back. And now we're gonna hack into SERN and figure out all their very evil and CERN-y things. So let's just get right in. Gracie throws both her hands into her lab coat's pockets, then bends down to look at the time machine now placed underneath the table. The previous experiment broke the table and even left a hole in the floor. There's a danger that it'll happen again if we successfully reproduce the discharge phenomenon, so unfortunately we'll have to leave it on the floor for now.
So you haven't tampered with the microwave at all?
According to the X68000, there's a code on the screen. It's in the terminal mode now, and we can change the factory settings like this to make the microwave do things its manufacturer never intended.
How was it set when the discharge phenomenon occurred?
Nothing out of the ordinary, was at factory settings.
I'll take a banana.
The bunch of bananas only has 3 bananas left. Those are Mary's. She already chewed me out like a billion times already.
Oh, so I don't need your permission then. I'll go buy new bananas tomorrow.
Alright, yeah, fine, your funeral. Chrissy takes 1 banana from the bunch, squats down, places it in the phone wave name subject to change, and begins to type on her phone. But when she get the fucking phone number for the phone wave name subject to change? Suppose it is send the phone wave name subject to change begins to turn backwards. After 120 seconds, the chime rings.
Nothing happened.
The banana is still in the microwave, unjellified.
Ow!
It's hot. Gyuzu yelps as she tries to take out the banana and quickly draws back her hand. Starts blowing on the fingers.
It's hot.
Oh, really? Yeah, you think, oh, wow, the banana must still be cool even though it hasn't changed at all? Really? Meaning the microwave functioned normally. This proves that the hidden function Mary found wasn't a freezing function, but we knew that already. Undaunted, Teresa throws in a new banana and once again begins reverse rotation for 120 seconds. But the second banana warms up too. We can't reproduce the jellification phenomenon, much less send mail to the past. What does this mean? What does this possibly mean?
I guess what happened earlier was an irregularity after all.
I don't know if it's an irregularity or not, but we ought to investigate the cause.
I agree.
We agree for once. But Chrissy's motives and my motives are probably the exact opposite. My assistant here wants to disprove my theory that the phone wave needs to change is, in fact, a time machine. In the previous experiment, after spending 120 seconds, the phone wave needs to change, the banana teleported back to the bunch jellified. We consider that it returned to its state 120 seconds before.
Wrong, if it turned to its state 120 seconds before, it wouldn't be jellified.
She wants it because it was jellified, it didn't travel back in time. The chicken returns to its frozen state without jellification.
The logic is dubious. Sure, it ended up frozen, but did you examine the possibility that it might have been jellified first?
No, I didn't. Damn it. I think Mary ate the refrozen chicken. Salt didn't jellify.
You mean nothing changed?
After the discharge phenomenon occurred last time, we spent all night experimenting with cabbage, radishes, rice, konjac, melon bread, crunchy kun, and cup noodles. Nothing happened. The same thing with liquids. On that day, our success rate took a 180-degree turn. For the discharge phenomenon, everything succeeded. After the discharge phenomenon, everything failed.
Is the microwave storing electricity? You said that jellified objects become fractal structured, right? Solid is a simple structure by nature, so maybe that had an effect, but how would electricity be related? Hey, we should think under the assumptions of time travel theory. Though it's not going to start thinking...
Oh, I read that wrong. It's kind of hard to notice the names when you're trying to read the text.
No, it's not going to start thinking for that.
Let's see. We gotta bring up the backlog. Oh yeah, here we should make the assumptions under of time travel theory. There we go. Alright,
No, it's not going to start thinking from the conclusion.
Voices! We've already had several successful experiments, you can't deny that.
I'm not especially concerned whether this thing is a time machine or not. To begin with, it's physically impossible for this tiny little microwave to produce energy equivalent to the Big Bang.
Kurisu frowns deeply.
We can't reproduce the discharge phenomenon nor the fractalization. There should be a reason why.
Maybe we just don't have it plugged in.
We haven't changed our methods, we haven't changed the settings, we haven't changed the experimental subjects either. There must be some other variable.
Maybe it's the one who observes it.
What do you mean by that?
Quantum theory. The observer is an important element to the experiment.
Therefore, was here when the discharge phenomenon occurred last time, before that occurred when Hashida-san was alone. Each time fractalization occurred, there were either 2 or 3 people observing. You and I saw both phenomena blah blah blah. In other words, the conditions haven't changed.
In that case... There must be some other variable. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's right there. Then I hear a rumbling sound excuse me. Sorry. Then I hear a rumbling sound from Krisu's stomach.
Don't look at me!
Hungry?
Just shut up, I haven't eaten anything since lunch.
Krisu turns away, she looks at her watch.
That's already 8?
Just eat a banana, but only one of the 2 we just warmed. They are, after all, the fruits of our experiments. Or could you take something from our stock of cup noodles? Don't want to eat? Well, since you lived in America for so long, I guess you'd prefer fast food instead.
Cup noodles.
What?
I'll have cup noodles.
Cup noodles? What? No, you can't have them, they're mine!
But you just said
No. Nah.
What flavors?
There's soy sauce flavor and chicken flavor.
Chicken.
She seems in the mood to eat.
Also, do you have a fork?
No, you have to use your bare hands. It's past midnight. At 8 o'clock, the 2 of us silently ate cup noodles and more bananas. Dory said he didn't want any, and ever since then we've been examining the phone wave needs subject to change. I've mainly focused on the terminal mode settings to the X68000. The program Dory wrote are all wizard class though, so I can't understand most of them. Oh wow. Oh look, there's the TV. So this must be what the other side of the room looks like. There's a TV, and then there's a penguin with a light bulb, and one of those like pirate pop things. And there's a starfish with a satellite, and a pig, and yeah, that's really the main stuff that stands out to me. Oh shit, I didn't mean to read that. I should have read that. Oh, damn it, come on. Fuck me. Oh, here we go. Here's the exam the AC adapter in the lab's electrical switchboard for a while, but we stopped her when she tried to disassemble them. It's early morning, she still shows no signs of leaving. Where is she staying anyway? She's been in Japan for 1 or 2 months, and she did say she was going back to America this month. The trains aren't running this late, so I guess she might not be able to leave even if she wants to. But in that case, why didn't she leave before the train stopped? Don't tell me she plans to stay. No girl's ever stayed over at the lab. Mary has a curfew, so she always goes back home to Ikebukuro. Dara and I frequently stay here, though. It's not an exaggeration to say we live here half the time. Maybe it's normal for American girls to stay overnight in labs. I don't know, man. I just don't know. Christina, is it okay to you stay here this late? Perhaps you should contact your family.
No need.
What? Do your parents let you do whatever you want? Gazer turns to me and sighs.
Ugh! God, why are you so stupid? So freaking stupid! So freaking stupid! I haven't seen my father in 7 years. My mother is in America. I'm living in a hotel right now. Understand?
What? Living in a hotel? Well, true, renting an apartment for just a month is absurd, but... You damn celebrity! If you're American, then you should at least use a motel instead of a hotel, right?
I'm not American. There aren't any hotels in the heart of Tokyo.
What sort of hotel?
What do you mean? It's a normal hotel in Okanamizu.
Okanamizu? Then you walk there from here, can't you?
Sure.
I see, that's why she's so flexible with her schedule. Finally, I understand. So tell me about your father. Let's hear about your daddy issues.
Sorry?
You said you haven't seen him in 7 years.
Why do you care about my father?
You're the one who mentioned him. Isn't that basically a hidden message saying, please give me some advice about my father, please?
You're crazy.
Oh, I mean, obviously. You are my assistant, and I can't let my assistant have any worries, so tell me everything that's on your mind.
I'll fucking kill you.
Kirsti pouts and says no more. So she glares at the circuit box on the wall. What's wrong?
I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, I know. Your father was a hero, but then he fell to evil, and now he wears a black mask and came and goes, Hiko! Right? And in the future, you two are destined to fight, and...
Oh my god, you are so stupid!
I think your Kirisu's teeth grind. You're really mad at me, aren't you?
Don't make fun!
Kirisu doesn't look at me in the eye, but her low voice tells me how mad she is.
Of people's families' issues like that. You're trampling on my heart.
Aw. Oh, could her father's situation be a landmine? Maybe I should apologize. Try to think of the words before I can say anything. Hell yeah! When's the last time I said anything? Dora's war cry echoes through the lab. Did you get it? Mission complete. We totally hacked into the Matrix, bro. Dora shows his white teeth in a wide grin as he gives me a thumbs up. I got the server's admin's ID and password. Now we can peep as much as we want. Yo! Yo-ho! And the IBN 5100 database. That's separate. The server's admin's unrelated. I mean, it's a database with normally unreadable code, so there's a limit on who can access it. It doesn't look like even the lab director can access it. Their position's higher than that? There is something called the SERN Executive Council. So they call it a council, eh? It's not as cool as the organization, though. What about it? What about it? It's a fake name for our enemy!
Really? No fucking really?
Crazy looks at me coldly. Whatever, let's leave the IBN 5100 database for another day. We're gonna search for data on time travel research. Okie dokie, the Z program we saw last time was suspicious, wasn't it? That and the JELLYMAN's report. We couldn't get concrete information on either before. Casey stares holes into the monitor. Her angry expression has disappeared. Look carefully and burn into your eyes. The proof of CERN's actions is to seed upon the world. Oh yeah, baby. Found the LHC project supervisor. The supervisor? That's a pretty important post. Right now, we're peeking inside his computer. Z program. Z obviously stands for jelly, of course. Bad.
Jelly starts with a J. Jelly.
Careless mistake. So uncool. What I meant to say is that there's no way it would have such a simple name. The name hiding something important. There has to be a double meaning. Daru, who's been searching through the log, suddenly stops. Got it. He displays a graphic on the monitor. Looks like a scan of a very old paper document. The letterhead reads Z program, top secret. The program began in 1973. When was CERN formed?
1954.
I asked Dario, but Karisu answers instead, her tone flat. I thought that maybe CERN was formed with the Z program in mind, but 54 means my guess was off. When was the IBM 5100 put on market? 1975. So maybe that's why the IBM 5100 was central to CERN's operations. The years match, after all. No, that's wrong. Huh? Can't be something as stupidly simple as that. That's so friggin' stupid! There has to be a worldwide conspiracy involved. Maybe IBM hid their proprietary programming language in the IBM 5100 for the sole purpose of use in CERN's Z program. IBM and CERN are co-conspirators, and both of them are being manipulated by the shadows by an even larger organization, aka the organization! Yeah, that's way more interesting. Ugh, a JPEG, come on, I can't copy-paste this. Well, not with that attitude. Dario has some complaint.
The text isn't in French.
What's on screen right now looks like English. Actually, there's French, Dutch, and German versions too. The content looks the same though.
CERN's purpose heading into the 21st century shall be to establish control over space and time, thereby to enable the destruction of extended history and the creation of an everlasting utopia. Ruled by the committee that encompasses the entirety of past and future events.
Goosey suddenly starts speaking at a stilted clip. Alright, Makisi, she can do English. Way to go, assistant. You studied abroad in America was all for the sake of today, wasn't it?
Of course not. Stop assigning people roles in your fantasy world.
Dari releases his chair, allowing Goosey to sit in front of the computer. Top secret.
In order to maintain this project's secrecy, to allow its name to remain relevant in changing circumstances, we designated the Z program. Z like the Greek Omega and the Cyrillic Ya. It's forbidden to assign any meaning to this name or to seek significance beyond the project itself. Negative returns are protected should this edict be violated. The Z program is a top-secret project spanning international borders. Like electromagnetic wave research, it has been approved for top priority funding by the Committee of 300.
The Spartans?
Henceforth, all other research performed by CERN shall function to keep the Z program's existence secret.
Guess Goosey reading the preface to a document. It's getting rather dull. Come on, give me the good stuff, you know, with aliens and conspiracy theories and the organization and stuff. Is there anything specific about what exactly the Z program is? There are types on the keyboard from the side, bringing up another window.
Here. This can't be!
Goosey bends forward and stares wide at the words on the screen. What is it?
The purpose of the Z program is to perform time-space displacement experiments by means of high-energy proton-proton collisions.
Whoa! Look at me, look at my face. I'm so surprised. Time-space displacement experiments. In other words, time travel! Aha! I fucking knew it. I have to struggle to keep from shouting. I quickly went over to the window and closed it. It might make it hotter inside, but it would be worse if people outside overheard us.
No way, was it true? It was true? You tell me they've been deceiving the world for nearly 40 years?
Just as I suspected, a great shadow lurks behind CERN, most likely the organization, or one of its puppets.
What organization, you nut job? At least try to be serious some of the time.
Don't be ridiculous. My words are always grounded in truth. Shut up! Stop making fun of me! Anyway, shouldn't it be the committee instead of the organization? That's what it says here.
The Committee of 300? I don't think they mean CERN's Executive Council. What are they talking about?
Like I said, it's the Spartans. They actually lived through that Battle 300 thing. The world is full of lies. It's not as beautiful as you think. Listen, Ocarin. I am listening. The Committee of 300 is the dark power that controls every secret society, every government, every multinational corporation.
You're making things up again.
It's the truth. Google it if you don't believe me. Google it, shitlord. Until now, the human race, for all its accomplishments, have never been able to overcome the barrier called time. The technology of time travel, which can break through that barrier, will change the course of human history, literally. As it was when we split the atom, this forbidden fruit has the potential to grant us godlike power. Not a man exists who can resist its temptation. And actually, all those with power will use any means at their disposal to attain it. Human morality is not but a joke to those who would stand with the gods. Understand, Christina?
Wow, that was quite a speech. For the love of God, stop freaking calling me Christina! Since you do know so much about it, does that mean you're aiming for godhood too?
What human desires is the destruction of all who call themselves gods. Gods of their hateful system and glorious new age to chaos. I'm
not asking Hyoin, I'm asking Akabe.
I am Hyoin.
In other words, you don't have your own reason.
Damn you, assistant! How dare you attack my very identity! Why do you always do this to me, guys? Forget about him, Makise. Please keep reading. Dora, what do you mean, forget about me? I'm tired of listening to conspiracy theories. I'm more interested in the Z program than in your delusions. I told you, they're not delusions, they're not theories. But Dora does have a point. God damn it. The top priority now is to expose the dark side of the international research organization known as CERN. Continue, assistant.
At least show some respect when you're asking a favor.
Though huffing out of complaints, Crazy obediently goes back to translating.
Stage 1, construction and implementation of the Large Hadron Collider. Over the past half-century, beginning with the proton synchronization, now synchrotron, completed in 1959, particle accelerator technology has reached the point where standardized results may be attained. Stage 2, implementation and testing of lifted technology. The formation of more than 2 artificial localized singularities, as well as the formation of curved black holes, become possible when this stage is complete. In order to hide the program's true goal, it is necessary to intentionally leak misinformation regarding the formation of black holes. Stage 3, animal experimentation. Stage 4.
Kyusu stops talking. She takes a deep breath and finally mutters angrily,
Human experimentation?
She was so angry her voice cracked. For real? Chill runs up my spine. I admit it, some parts of me still saw this as a game. I was later discovered that an institution as respected as CERN was actually doing time travel research. After all, we ourselves had succeeded, whether by chance or design, in producing our own time travel phenomenon. I thought that maybe we could beat CERN to the first functional time machine. And wouldn't that be something? But now, it's like I said, Chrissy, the world's full of lies. Morals are meaningless. They already fucking built a time machine. They beat me to the punch. Son of a bitch. Was it really okay for us to get involved in this? Hey, Okrin, remember when we hacked in before? I'm pretty sure that email we read said this. Result error. Human is dead. Mismatch. For details, see the JELLYMAN's report. Uh-oh. Someone died? Could that have something to do with human experimentation? My throat goes dry. Cold sweat seeps from my brow, and it's not because of the heat. Kyusu and Dora are waiting for me to speak. Are they entrusting the decision to me? I ask myself, is this really okay? Are you sure? There's no turning back. True, but I can live with myself if I ignore this conspiracy. Daru! Look up the JELLYMAN's report. Really? Really, but first, Christina.
Huh?
You should leave.
Why are you suddenly...
The JELLYMAN's report, it just gives me a bad feeling. Once we see, we can no longer return to our normal lives. You're a genius. You're already published, for crying out loud. No way to throw away your promising future.
Are you worried about me?
What? No! Shut up! Of course I am. You're my assistant after all.
I keep telling you I'm not your assistant. Thanks for your concern, but I'm not leaving. We need to expose this truth to the world.
No, it's too dangerous.
You chickening out?
We're powerless against this conspiracy. One wrong move will have us erased.
But still...
This isn't a game. I'm not joking here.
Fine, I won't tell anyone.
Though her expression shows she still doesn't agree, she finally submits.
But I'm not leaving. It'll keep me awake at night.
You won't regret this?
I won't.
She declares firmly. I don't know if it's her competitive spirit, or if it's her bravery, or if she's ignorant to the ways of the world. But it doesn't look like I can persuade her back down. What about you, Daru? Prepared? Well, I am a super hacker. He's comfortable even in this situation. And with my skills, they'll never know we were there. That settles it. It's good that Mary's not here. I can't get her involved. I look at Daru increasing in the eye. Alright, let's begin. Kyusu gives the seat to Daru. Henceforth, this shall be known as Operation Laegjarn's Chest.
Why Norse mythology?
Is that Norse mythology? Because it's cool, I guess. Anyway, what is it with men in military terms?
Anyway, what is it with men in military terms?
Daru, begin the operation. He soon finds the JELLYMAN's report. It requires a second password authentication, which Daru broke through easily. Ready? I'm opening it. Daru looks at me and Kurisu. I wet my parched lips and nod. The end of the lab seems thicker. An arrow escaped through the closed window. It surrounds us with an oppressive heat. Daru wipes the sweat off his forehead with a handkerchief, then timidly presses the enter key. Oh! The file opens. Oh! At first glance, it looks like a resume. Oh! There's a photograph on the top right. Oh! Top left has name, age, height, weight, and other information. What is it? Stop holding back on us! In the center of a long string of English text. Underneath that there's something attached, like a scan of a newspaper clipping with a black and white photo. And then I know. I know exactly what the Jellyman and Jellyman reports mean. Is it a man made of jelly? Oh, yep, called it! There he is. I'm assuming that's Jellyman anyway. A man on the wall appears in New York. The identity of a man who made the right side of the body buried in a wall in the building it was dead and discovered in SERN. The whole body melted and has jellied. Jellyman report 10. Subject James McCarthy, age 31, American.
Oh, American, blah, wow. I sound like you for a moment. That kind of sucked. See program stage 4, data experiment 2005 01 28 T13 05.
Kurisu bends over to his shoulder, reading the contents out loud.
Results there, human is dead, mismatch.
That again.
It is believed that due to an infinite compression by supergravity, the subject could not endure the passage through the singularity inside the Kira black hole. April 3rd, 1921, New York City, an unidentified man was discovered dead in an alley off Union Square. The right half of his body was embedded in a nearby wall.
Sounds like Kurisu's reading the newspaper article at the end.
The man's body was completely jellified.
And that's why it's called Jellyman. Ugh! Oh, I didn't even see that image. Oh, I got an achievement. Interpreter Rendezvous. Chapter 3. Butterfly Effects Divergence. I've only been recording for about like 26 minutes. We'll let a little bit more time pass. Taking the clock is like a hammer inside my head. It's past 2 a.m. The window was closed and the lab was silent but for the humming of the computer. I stared at the gruesome image displayed on the monitor, speechless. I was right. We're in too deep. And I'm trying to keep up above in my head instead of going under, 'cause I'm in too deep and I need to stop sinking and continue the plot. I've expected guys in black suits and sunglasses to kick down the door and drag us off into a secret military prison. Better make sure the door's locked. What's going on here? The audio breaks are silence with a disbelieving whisper. They jellified someone? Upon hearing the familiar word jellified, I reflexively looked at the bunch of bananas placed next to the computer. There's only one banana left. We didn't have a single successful experiment today, so none of them were jellified. But I don't think this is a mere coincidence. The jellified bananas produced by the funnel wave necessity to change, and the jellified corpses produced by CERN's experiments. They seem identical in nature.
They're experimenting on people.
Kurisu speaks calmly despite her grim expression. She doesn't even avert her eyes from the gruesome image.
This means they created a time machine, doesn't it? Even if it's not perfect.
Eh? I'm still in shock, so I don't quite grasp the meaning of Kurisu's words.
This New York Times article is from 1921.
90 years ago.
Look.
Kurisu points to part of the black and white photograph, her fingers shaking slightly. Oh yeah, there's a thing that says CERN right there. Several cuts of a man, she's pointing to his shoulder, which is writing on. Perhaps it's written on his clothes. Feed it onto the jellified body, but he can somehow manage to read it. CERN. So CERN used the LHC to send someone back to 1921?
Looks like they failed to keep him alive, though.
Is this the only report? No, there's more. Looks like 14 people in total. More jellymen? That means more jellified people. More victims of human experimentation. I swallow hard. I'm awfully thirsty. Man, I can go for some Dr. People right now. Take out a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and wet my throat. Dr. People. It's that fucking good. Show me the others. Third pulls up another report. Without being told to, Kurisu begins just saying out loud. Yeah.
Jellyman Report 9. Subject Dan Straysky, age 26, Canadian. See program for data experiment 2004-96-T1410. Results: error, human is dead, mismatch. Newspaper clipping. I think it's in French, I can't read it.
You can read the date though, January 31st, 2001. Location is Pau, France.
The location is Pau, France, I guess.
2001, that's fairly recent. Pretty big difference for the James McCarthy, who jumped nearly 90 years back to 1921. The article calls up a machine translation, giving us the following. January 31st, 2001, classmates course discovered in forest outside Pau, France. Celeste phone was fused to a tree trunk and the body had jellified. Ooh, spooky. There goes the next report. JELLYMAN Report 8.
Subject Linda Hill, age 25, British. See Program 4, date of experiment 2004-215, T1345. Results hair, human is dead, mismatch. October 2nd, 1972, the jellified body of a woman was discovered on the streets of Tamil Nadu, India. There were signs that the body had been run over by a car.
There goes the next page.
JELLYMAN Report 7. Subject Michael Lang, age 33, German. See Program 4, date of experiment 2002-10-8, T38, 1328. Result hair, human is dead, mismatch.
The article clipping is written in Japanese. Looks like a pre-war newspaper. May 24th, 1936, the cause of what was believed to be a jellyfied human was discovered at the base of Mount Hai in Kyoto. It was in a damaged state, possibly having slid down the slope. It even happened in Japan. I've never heard this story before. It was pre-war though, so I guess someone born in the 90s like me would have no way of knowing about it. Next page. The picture shows a beach, beautiful but for the jellyfish-like body lying in the sand. Must have washed ashore.
JELLYMAN Report 6. Subject Mark Hughes, age 30, American. See Program 4, date of experiment 2002-8-23, T1252. Results air, human is dead, mismatch. On July 1st, 1985, a straight body washed ashore on the coast of Strimoy, Faroe Islands. It appeared to be the body of a adult male, but its flesh was soft like that of a jellyfish. Some of the inhabitants believed it was the body of a merman. The description sure was found on the near the body's shoulder, but SERN denies any involvement.
Keep looking. I've seen enough. There are 14 of these people?
The sites are spread throughout the world. What can we deduce from this?
You must have sent them to those places.
I don't think so. It's too random.
There was something about curved black holes and gravity, right? Isn't that the cause?
It's believed that due to the infrared compression by the supergravity, the subject could not endure passage to the curved black hole singularity. That's what it said.
What's a curved black hole? Is it different from a regular black hole?
It's a theoretical black hole with rotating singularity. Their existence hasn't been proven yet. Not that there's any way to prove one exists.
Curved black hole. Where have I heard that term before? That's right, John Titter! Titter said his time machine used curved black holes. Should I have gotten an email back from him or something? According to Titter, SERN finished their time machine in 2034. The internet itself came from 2036. Makes sense for SERN to use the same time travel technology.
Ah, you're so stupid!
Kurisu closed her eyes in deep thought.
Creating curved black holes? That's insane. If you screw up, it'll could swallow the Earth. And besides, curved black holes are just a theoretical construct.
If Titter's predictions are a reality, then that means the LHC worst case scenario video on Mewtwo was right. I don't know about Titter's predictions, but I've seen the problem video before. It was on the news 2 or 3 years ago.
The gravitational force inside a black hole are unbelievably powerful. It's certainly possible that passing through one could allow time displacement. But there's no way a human could do that and come out alive.
That must be how these people got jellified.
It wouldn't just jellify you, it's you particle for particle. That's what a black hole does.
Before we discuss this, shouldn't we look through the rest of their time machine research? Dara's already starting to pull up new documents. I'm suddenly afraid. Is it okay to keep hacking SERN like this? Should I stop him? I'm the one who asked him to do it, but things have gone a little serious now. This isn't a game anymore. But at the same time, irresistible curiosity wells up inside me. Time travel is becoming a reality. I want to know that it's true. I can't stop now. Here we go. There's a file in the Z program that explains time travel theory.
That was pretty easy to find. SERN should have a better security.
Their security's fine. I'm just too good. Daro is my favorite right arm.
I thought he was your super hacker.
Hacker. So what does it say, Christina? This is English too, so I have no choice but rely on my assistant.
Can you give me some time to read it?
Her eyes dart left and right across the lines. Her early reluctance has vanished. It looks like she's as curious as I am.
No way, but this is... Is Titter really...
What are you muttering about? Tell me what it says!
Oh, right. You know, this feels like one big joke.
What do you mean?
It's almost the same as Titter's theory. Basically, the LHC smashes protons together 99.999991% the speed of light. By doing so, they compress a mass of 10 to the negative 24 kilograms into an extremely tiny space of 10 to the negative 19th meters.
In Japanese, please. 3 lines max.
A small mass thrust into a narrow space with great force.
Oh. The explanation's too vague. That explanation's too erotic.
What part of it is erotic? Oh God! Ah! You pervert!
Sounds like you have a pretty good imagination yourself.
I'm not like you! Shut up! I'll kill you!
Her blushing cheeks make her denial less than effective. Don't listen to this fool, Christina. Continue.
What were we talking about?
Thrusting with great force. Proton compression.
Right, successful compression generated a micro-singularity, which...
A micro-singularity, not a mini black hole? Same thing, essentially a singularity is the core of a black hole.
This process generates a black hole with 2 micro-singularities.
Black hole with 2 cores. Like a cow with 2 hairs? No, I don't think that's it. Explain with cute girls.
Fine, say there are 2 cute girls, Mick-chan and Crow-chan.
Sisters or moe? Ha! Ha!
By feeding Mick-chan and Crow-chan electrons, you can...
Oh, she looks so happy now all of a sudden.
By feeding Mick-chan and Crow-chan electrons, you can make them do whatever you want.
Electric shock torture? That's some sort of eroge?
Stop ruining my fun, damn it! So you force them to rotate at an extremely high velocity, and then theoretically Mick-chan and Crow-chan transform to magical girl ring singularity.
Cue stock transformation scene, got it. Cue anime transformation scene, go! Well, it seems like these two have found a common wavelength.
The resulting black hole exhibits what's called the Kerr effect.
What are Kerr black holes anyway? You said they spin, but what does that mean?
Exactly what it sounds like.
But don't black holes usually spin? I mean, there's a whirlpool around the black hole, right?
The part that looks spinning is just the surrounding matter being sucked into the black hole. Black hole is just a point where extreme mass causes gravitational collapse. Everything falls towards it. Since it's only a point, it doesn't spin. A Kerr black hole has a ring at its center, not a point. Think of it like this. Once transformed to magical girls, Mick-chan and Crow-chan's hearts spin like a ring inside their bodies, which is impossible for normal people.
I'll pass on the gyro. Before you said that such a black hole's existence would be impossible to prove, what did you mean?
Black hole that has what you call an event horizon. Once you pass the event horizon, time and space will switch places. Time and space
switch places.
Right, we can move freely through space and into the future, but we can't move even 1 minute into the past. That becomes reversed. On the other hand, other side of the event horizon, moving freely through space becomes impossible. Then while moving freely through time becomes possible.
Can't even imagine what that's like.
Since unrestricted spatial movements is impossible, you can never escape a black hole. For example, if a carriage entered a black hole, time for it would stretch to infinity. Since light cannot escape, human eyes cannot see the other side of the event horizon. Observing a black hole from the outside is impossible, so nothing about the inside can be proven. There is an exception, however. This exception is vital when you use a Kerr black hole for time travel.
Get to the point!
The Kerr black hole's ring singularity. Since it's spinning, it has an angular momentum.
Like I said, in Japanese, please.
Didn't I explain how the core spins? Just think of it as having momentum. If you keep giving Mick-chan and Crow-chan electrons, they'll rotate faster and faster. And at the regular momentum exceeds a certain threshold, the event horizon will disappear, making the singularity will become a naked singularity.
Naked? You mean the magical costumes expose a lot of skin, right? Well, the anime adaptation error. Guess you don't know Daru's nonsense. Naked, you mean it becomes observable.
When the event horizon disappears, there's no more reason for time and space to change places, meaning that you can enter a naked singularity without being trapped. And then the existence of the naked singularity allows the principle of causality to be violated and the general theory of relativity to fail. The laws of physics are broken!
Can such a thing exist? The negation of the theory of relativity and principle of causality means serious paradoxes can occur. Didn't Grace say that earlier?
Nothing in principle stops black holes from existing. It seems inconsistent, but the math never lies. Since the principle of causality fails, it would be possible to travel to the past by entering a naked singularity.
Tenders said the same thing, so Tenders' time machine is using CERN's technology. But Tenders' time machine was a compact small enough to fit it into a car. The LG is 27 kilometers long, but they managed to get it down to travel size in just 24 years. Talk about innovative.
One thing I don't understand is how they inject electrons into the singularity. Look, this is a picture of the LHC, but there's strange equipment installed at the proton collision site. Looks like they call it a lifter, but just what is it?
Daru, have you heard of it? Lifter. I think I saw that in the Z program files. Wanna Google it? Daru opens up a browser window and enters lifter into a search engine. We've got hits. Oh man. About 422,000 results.
That many, I guess, not a secret.
Could this be it? Lonocraft? Or ion crafts? I don't know.
Ions charged particles, that means matches. That meaning matches.
We click on a link that says Ionocraft Lifter. Takes us to a video. Looks like some dim garage. But it doesn't seem to have anything secretive, just a garage like you see in an average American home. Look guys, we're on YouTube! The center of the skin is a triangular shape made of some kind of metal. It looks about 10 centimeters high and about 30 centimeters wide. It is some sort of generated by a thin wire. Looks like some really cheap equipment. That's all there is. Nothing else. I explained something in some language I don't understand. Russian? Maybe the person filming the video slowly turns the power on. And then... It's floating. The silvery triangle floats down the sea into the air. Then remains stationary. That's an anti-gravity device!
Don't be ridiculous, that would be the breakthrough of the century. It's called an ionocraft, so it probably has something to do with electrodes and charged air.
Chris doesn't sound as confident as she usually does. We looked at the information on the ionocraft lifter. Lots of sites have detailed instructions on how to make lifters, but I don't know how they will work since the sites all give conflicting theories. So they're using this lifter technology. It's a vital component of their time machine. They can manipulate a micro-singularity's mass and gravitational field, and these things are really our anti-gravity devices.
Well, under those exact conditions, I guess you might not be entirely wrong.
Incredible! She agreed with me! My curiosity is growing more by the second.
But it looks like students having trouble adjusting their lifter. They don't have full control over the micro-singularity's gravity, so they can't make a true naked singularity.
That must be the reason why the subjects turn into jellymen. Kurisu nods.
Since the singularity is still closed, the subject is crushed by tremendous gravity. As a result, sentences become fractalized, and let's go with that hypothesis. Of course, there's no way to be sure if that's right. It takes months to prove.
Kurisu shrugs and shows resignation. So CERN's lifter is still incomplete. Terry's really telling the truth, and CERN won't complete their time machine for another 24 years. If we can complete the phone wavelength exchange first, then we'll have outwitted CERN!
We don't have half the equipment or funding CERN does. Why do you think we could solve a problem that they can't?
This isn't that simple.
But this isn't that simple.
CERN still hasn't figured out how to set this... God damn it, I keep thinking human speaking.
CERN still hasn't figured out how to set the subject's destination in time or space. That should be evident by how scattered the jellyman discoveries were. We don't even know if this is all of them. There could be jellymen buried in the ground of floating space. Actually, I'm almost certain there are. There's no point traveling through time if you end up in tens of thousands of kilometers away from Earth. It's not practical at all.
Tyr said he had a variable gravity lock system. He can use that to lock on Earth's gravity and ensure that he arrives somewhere on this planet's surface.
Tyr's explanation on that point was vague. He mentioned having such advice, but he didn't explain how it worked.
But if you're the only moving through time, wouldn't you just arrive at the same location?
Of course not.
Why not?
Because Earth is always moving.
Hold on, I'm getting a mail, guys. Oh, it's Ferris.
Have you bought Phantasm Debut Single, Nya? It's this theme song for Rain at Calgary. Such really popular. There's about 5 copies, Nya. It's about beauty as a brain editor. Anyway, wait, there's an important secret hidden in Phantasm's song. Get it unlocking and it is. Oops, the bell's ringing, yeah. Looks like someone. So it's your. Better see who it is.
Phantasm, the band's vocalist. I feel a strong resonance for her. Theme song. Is that another part of Operation Stupefy Humanity? Explain. I'm aware. They're said to contain directions to the sanctuary as well as the prophecies regarding the end of the world. Isn't that right? Sorry guys, I had to get that.
Right, rotation and revolution. The Earth's rotational velocity is about 1,650 kilometers per hour. Its orbital velocity around the Sun is about 414,000 kilometers per hour. Meaning 1 hour ago we were that far away from where we are now.
Whoa, when you think about it like that, we're earth-shattering fast.
And that's not all. The solar system is a part of the Milky Way. Yet the Milky Way spins like a giant whirlpool. There are various theories, but basically the Earth moves around 50 million kilometers a day.
How can she roll those numbers so smoothly off her tongue? I think she's a genius, but it's hardly common knowledge. She's been doing research on the topic. We've kind of gone into a ludicrous scale.
By the way, the Milky Way is part of a large cluster of galaxies, which itself is part of an even larger supercluster. If these clusters and superclusters might be moving too. If that's the case, we're moving even more than 50 million kilometers a day. The point is that saying the destination will require insane calculations even if you only want to travel 1 second into the past. Doing it by hand is impossible. It might take years for a supercomputer to come up with a solution just to get you to the same location.
They have no choice. We need to find Titter and borrow his variable gravity system.
Great idea. Go for it. I wonder how CERN is dealing with this problem. After blowing me off, Kirsty goes back to reading CERN's documents. Dara and I aren't good with English, so there's nothing we can do but let her work. Fade to black. Come back here. Dawn breaks, and that's the perfect time to stop reading the text. Now let's check out all the other stuff. Naked singularity. Singularity is usually concealed by its event horizon, which renders observation impossible. Naked singularity is a singularity whose event horizon has been removed. It can therefore be observed and even traveled through. The existence of naked singularity is purely theoretical. Event horizon, also known as Schwarzschild surface, in a black hole there exists a point beyond which even light can no longer escape the black hole's immense gravity. This boundary is called the event horizon. Because all light and other electromagnetic waves are responsible for conveying information, nothing that occurs within the event horizon can be observed from the outside. The center of a black hole is black because no light can escape it. Stock transformation scene refers to transformation sequences in Henshin Hero and the Magical Girl anime. The stock transformation scenes are used in nearly every episode. Their animation is done independently in advance. As a result, the production quality is often higher than that of the rest of the anime. Eroge. Show for erotic games with erotic content. Problem video. A CG mock-up of the LHC generated mini black hole swallowing the Earth. And viral when it was uploaded to YouTube. YouTube, a popular video sharing website. I wonder what exactly it could be parodying. I don't fucking know. Laegjarn's chest. Norse mythology, like Laegjarn's chest, whatever. Norse mythology, the gigantic protected by Nylox that contains cursed sword Levitain. Collider, a device that accelerates charged particles in order to research the reactions that result in when such particles collide. The type of particles accelerated determines the name of the equipment. In recent years, most high-energy accelerators have been synchrotron ring types. Ring type accelerators are very expensive to build, but they can perform the most effective experiments. The reason for the ring shape is that charged particles can be sent through an electromagnetic field to bend directly through the Lorentz field force. The world's largest synchrotrons, other than CERN's LHC, are located in the US, the UK, and Japan.
Committee of 300. The Unseen Masters, a secret organization who want to manipulate the world behind the scenes. Some believe that the many secret societies spoken of by conspiracy theorists are all merely puppets of Committee of 300. This sounds like something that Hyoman has written himself. One theory states that the Committee of 300's ultimate goal is to establish a one-world government. With the exception of the elites, the world's population will be reduced to 1 billion. That remaining 1 billion will be enslaved. Wizard, an insanely skilled hacker. Crunchy-kun, fictional, a brand of popsicle, popular throughout Japan in addition to the standard soda flavor. Over 50 varieties are sold, including cola, grape, and limited promotional flavors. Win may be written on one part of the stick. Winning sticker is a free popsicle. The chance of winning or ruining will be around about 2%. Alright, there we go. Now let's save the game. It's right here. Number 1. Overwrite that bad boy. And anyway, I'm going to end the video here for now. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Or don't, you don't have to. And I'll see you all in the next video.